Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents, and hopefully I am just about to slip the net under a boathouse carp that's given me a proper dogged battle here, to be fair to him or her, whichever it is. But either way, we are playing a carp in the evening sunshine, and I promise you guys, what a film we've got lined up for you. Stick around, there is lots to get through. Tell you what, mate, that's a decent fish. Get in that net. Yes! Yes! Get in there. Oh my days, that's amazing. What a result that is. Seriously losing the light, unfortunately. The sun is going down, but what a way to open the session here at the Boathouse with a beautiful zip linear at 25.2. Check him out. That is perfection. What an amazing looking fish. Very lively as well. Hell of a fight. Proper give a good account of himself. And yeah, to be cradling one sort of a few hours into the session is amazing. Guys, I've got so much to get through, so much to show you, lots of underwater stuff. I caught an amazing common last week on the tactics I'm going to be showing you. Stick around for that one. That fish is nearly 50 years old. I can't wait to show you that one. But for now, that is a wicked start here at the Boathouse. I'll just quickly show you the other side of this amazing mirror, and then we'll get him back just before we lose the light. Mega. Mwah. Yes. Oh. Mate. Right, there we go. There's the other side. Perfection, isn't it? Absolutely perfection. I'm bowled over. I really am. Really am. What a result. Like I say, I will show you what I'm doing here, the tactics I'm using to trip up beautiful carp like that, or like this spring. Amazing. Right, we'll get him back. I'm gonna have my tea and I'll probably catch you in the morning. What a result, eh? What a result. Mwah. Well, good morning folks, and my days, did it drop cold last night? Jesus! Hence the old big coats back on, my bobble hats on, or my beanie hat should we say. And yeah, my days, that's typical spring, you know, you sort of get in, like yesterday, 15, 16 degrees with that beautiful sunshine, all the fish were loving life. And then last night dropping below freezing, woke up sort of just before first light this morning, and everything was sort of white over and frosted up. It's starting to defrost now. The big yellow sunshine is starting to break just behind the bivvy. That'll be warming things up again, and no doubt later today those fish will be back basking in the sun this afternoon. That's without, it's sort of the same as yesterday. It's getting up to 15, 16 degrees, and that's your typical sort of spring weather, you know, warm in the day and really cold at night. But in terms of fish activity, nothing to report. You know, we put that beautiful zip linear back yesterday. After it went back, I topped up again with just 2 spoms over the top and then rigged back out. And all is quiet. I think I had 1 single beep on my left-hand rod, which was a solid bag, which I put out yesterday, but yeah, nothing has sort of reported from that, nothing sort of materialised. But going on today, obviously we're going to talk you through the tactics for spring, what I like to use. Please stay tuned, because I've got that incredible 50-year-old common that I need to show you, which when, I think, what was it, 33, I think it was, literally just last week. A biblical fish, one that I've dearly wanted to catch for so many years, and to get my hands on it finally was amazing. Again, it's the same tactics that caught that fish that I'm using today, which caught the zip linear. So we'll run you through all that. I've got some underwater stuff that I want to show you regarding rigs and how we present in weed. So lots to show you, lots of tips and advice and stuff you can put into your own fishing. But for now, I'm going to finish my morning cup of tea, wait for the sun to come up to warm our cockles up, and we'll go from there. Hound dog's gone back to bed already. He's like, nah, it's not warm enough for me yet. But yeah, we'll see how the morning plays out on the rods, and we'll talk to you in a bit. Where's me net man when I need him? That's where you're supposed to help out here, Henry. You're supposed to help with the net. I was just about to put me breakfast on. I thought 8 o'clock, time for a bit of bacon. And yeah, but it's always nice to be playing one. And just proving again these tactics, guys, that I'll be showing you after hopefully we get this in, are working a treat this spring for me. That's a nice mirror again. It's a nice mirror. It's a lovely mirror. Don't look a bad one either. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You are mine. Yes. Oh. Wicked, mega result, absolutely mega. What an unbelievable fish this is as well. Beautiful, beautiful colours. The colours at the moment in the boathouse are just incredible. Very much similar to the zippy we had yesterday. Proper golden. Calm down, calm. But have a look at him at 23.12. A beautiful fish. I've been struggling to find the right area to do the photos and the filming. I've got these massive trees that are like nearly 200 foot tall, and the sun's not above them for another sort of 2-3 hours. So I've had to settle for the bivvy behind this to give us a bit of decent light to stop the shadows from the trees and stuff. But anyways, who cares? That is a great result, and I'm so happy to be cradling fish number 2 here at the boathouse on this spring session. So as ever, guys, I'm now going to get this one back. I'll quickly just show you the side of this mirror, but we'll get him back, and then we'll get onto the tactics we've been using, the underwater footage, and of course I'm going to show you that 50-year-old common I had last week as well. But this is an amazing, amazing mirror that I am very, very happy with. And there we go, and there's the other side of this immaculate boathouse mirror, taken on a balanced snowman. And I'll explain all why I'm fishing the lead clip, why I'm fishing the snowman in amongst the sort of low-lying silkweed in a bit. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy cuddling this beautiful carp. Right, thank you very much. I'm now gonna have my breakfast, and then I'll catch up with you shortly. Let's look before she goes back. Honestly, this sun is absolutely lovely. After a long, cold winter, being in a t-shirt on the bank is so cool. Well, not cool. Obviously, it's not cool. It's warm. But you know what I mean? But guys, I got here yesterday and pretty much the same sort of weather, quite warm, 15, 16 degrees, high pressure as well. Got to the lake and literally all the carp, a lot of the carp were all just basking in the sun on the surface. Check out the footage there. They were loving life, just milling around, getting the sort of the warmth on their back, enjoying those sort of just the rays of spring, you know, as the water columns start to warm up, probably 18 inches under the surface, and just enjoying themselves. So if you look at the footage there, yes, the carp are loving themselves, but you can also see all the weed that's present as well. Now, in the areas where you think, well, there's a clear area, there's a clear area, they're actually not. It's actually full of weed. It's just more dense areas than other. So the light coloured area, even though that looks like a clear area, it's pretty much covered in silkweed, and you've probably got about 3 to 4 inches of that stuff sitting on the bottom where you think it's clear. Now, there is little spots where, you know, it's a sandy, silty bottom here, with the odd sort of hard spot, but predominantly 90% of the lake is going to be covered in that silkweed. So obviously presenting baits is absolutely key. Presentation, making your hook bait look like a freebie, and everything sort of cocked and ready for that pickup is so important. So what I did, I got into a swim called sluices, which gave me a good access to the main body of the lake. I've got shallows to my left and I've got sort of deeper water to my right hand side. I've put the marker out. You can see the marker there, dead center of your screen. Now, what I've done, if you look on the right hand side of the marker, that area there, now that was quite weedy, as in it was silkweed, but I probably had about 4 or 5 inches of the stuff. When I was bringing in the lead clip, I always prefer fishing with a lead clip. It's just something I've always done. When I brought in the lead clip, it was sort of quite masked, if you like, in this silkweed. So I thought, right, the presentation there that would suit that area would be the helicopter setup on new heli clips, where I can drop the lead as well, purposely ideal for this sort of venue where it's really weedy. If you do get the pickup, it's a lot easier to play the fish through the weed if you haven't got a lead sort of hanging around the fish's mouth and whatever and dragging extra weed in with it. So on that right hand side, I opted for a heli clip setup. Fished on a Ronnie rig, and then the left hand side, which is that area there. So what I've done with the left, you can see the thicker dense weed bed just to the left there. I'm positioning my hook bait just to the right of that, in that area there. Now there, the silkweed was a lot less, so I'm probably talking 2 or 3 inches maximum there, so I could get away with using a lead clip. So I've been casting that out, bringing it in, and there's hardly anything there. Now what I want to do is show you the underwater footage now of the rigs, and this is why it's so important to balance your rigs in the side, making sure they sort of flutter down nicely when you're fishing in silkweed like we are today. So first of all, we'll check out the Ronnie rig. Now that is how the Ronnie rig is positioned itself. I felt the lead down, and because I've critically balanced it so it sits down, you'll notice that the rig is sat on top of the silkweed, so it's ready for that prime pickup, ideal with that sort of helicopter setup. And then if I swap over now to my bottom bait rig, which is basically a snowman, and I've just tipped that with it's like a hard bottom bait, and then I've got a pink Northern Special on the top there. And as you can see there, the lead has plummeted into the silkweed, but because I've lengthened the rig itself and I've balanced the bait and the hook is sitting on top of that silkweed. So that is a perfect sort of presentation, a cocked pickup ready for that bite, if that makes sense. And it's all because I've balanced that hook bait. So the lead can plummet in as it's shown there. You can see the leader and then the lead disappearing into the weed, but yet the hook bait is still resting on top. And that's why it's so important when before you cast out, testing the rigs in the side and just making sure they flutter down nicely when you're fishing conditions like we are today, where it's quite weedy with that horrible silkweed. Now, in terms of the mix that I'm putting out there, all I'm doing, it's the same mix I've been using all through the winter into the spring now. What I do when I'm at home, I prep it all at home. I've mulched up a load of the Life System boilies there, just in the food blender. So have a look at there. There's a bit of dust, there's chops, there's holes, there's a bit of everything going on there. That forms the base of my mix. To that, I add some hemp. I then add some sweet corn, and then I add lashings of that stuff, and that is the response liquid, the cream liquid, which is phenomenal. It's like the pellet, it's a pellet liquid, but it used to be known as the response cream. I've used it for years, so long. I was with CC Moore back in sort of 2015 to 2019, and I absolutely loved that stuff. And I've obviously rejoined them last summer, and I was so happy that they were still doing the Response Cream liquid. It's a phenomenal liquid, and that always goes and forms it all. It's a great attractor, and definitely one worth looking at. And then I'll add in some 10 millers as well of the lye system, just of sort of whole food items as well. That forms my mix. Now, the key here, and key to my sort of early spring fishing, is little and often. Now, a lot of the spring fishing you'll see is people firing out singles. That is the you know, a great method in the spring. PVA bags or singles seems to be the way to go as the fish are starting to wake up. But just because of the conditions we've got, the fish are active, they're moving around, they're visiting, and I always said, as soon as the fish start moving, they've then got to eat, and that's what we've found today. I've started off 3 as the magic number. I always start off with 3 spoms over each hook bait, and that's what I've done when I got here. Fired the spom out, or fired the marker out, found that area, and then I've put 3 spoms over each hook bait either side, and I did exactly the same with the PVA bag as well to my left hand side. That had 3 spoms, and I just want to show you now the underwater footage from the spom. So check that out there. That there, believe it or not, is just 2 spoms worth. There's the 3rd spom going in. Now look at all that bait. And people think, oh, 3 spoms isn't a lot of bait. And it predominantly isn't a lot of bait. But when you look at it underwater, it puts it into perspective just how many food items there are with 3 spoms there. You know, and if you're working on sort of a, you know, a 1-man ground sheet area like I like to do, that gives me more than enough food to pull the carp in. There's a lot of sort of single food items there to grab their attention and get them milling around. So I always start off with three spoms, and then I'll top up as I go. I did that last night. After we had the first fish, I topped up again with the spom. I only put 2 out, I think, last night though. Just 2 over the top again, and it's same rod's gone this morning. So it's obviously working. So that's what I like to start off with. That's what's worked here today. And I promised you a look, didn't I? A beautiful common that I had, I think it was like last week or about 10 days ago now. Exactly the same. I went out in the boat. We've got access to sort of rowboats on this lake, and I just went out for a row to see what I could find. Already this time of year, you've got the new pads pushing up through the silt, and I just thought everything just seems to be a little bit more earlier this year. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to give them some bait. Again, starting with that 3 spoms worth, just out of a scoop in the boat, into an area, hook baits over the top, same setup, my bottom bait rig, my favourite bottom bait rig, fishing sort of a snowman with a liner, blowback style. And yeah, this resulted in 2 fish. I had the first one at sort of, I think it was about midnight. Check this one out. So yeah, mega pleased with that fish. It's always nice to get off the mark, isn't it, to be fair? And repeated the same sort of process, 2 or 3 spoms back over the area again, sort of 1 AM, whatever time it was. Hook baits back out there, and then first light next morning, it resulted in a fish that I've dearly wanted to catch for so long, a common that's over 50 years old, and you'll see by the footage, it's a proper old gnarly thing. And yeah, I was delighted to catch it at 30, I think it was £33, I can't remember, but the footage will tell you. Check this one out. Oh, guys. What a result this is. Hopefully he's not splashing the lens. Apologies if he has, but I can't help it. But check this out for a common at £33. Oh my days, look at that. Hey, hang on, sunshine. Hang on. That is incredible. What an amazing looking fish. Proper dinosaur of a common. And I am bowled over. It's proper fog on the tine here this morning. It's like pea soup. It's always been a funny one with the fog. You like, sometimes they don't sort of kick into sort of feeding, but this is amazing. It's such a great feeling holding a fish like this. And the big blood moon last night as well. Something in that, isn't there? The big moon and the commons. And this is proof in the pudding. But once again, just bowled over. Absolutely bowled over. What a fish. Absolutely amazing. Right, there's the other side. Just for sort of reference really, but absolutely buzzing. What an absolute perfect morning this is, cradling an incredible beast like this. Right, I'm gonna get this back, get packed up and get on my toes. Perfect. Mwah! Yes. So there you go, I'm sure you'll agree, a beautiful common, proper, just a character of the lake, a proper old one, Isle strain common that is, a very rare strain of fish nowadays up there in Shropshire, one of my other syndicates up there, but yeah, I was so happy to catch that one. I've been after it for so long. That sort of brings you up to date of what I've been doing this last sort of few weeks and how I'm approaching the spring with that little and often sort of approach with the free spoms and then fishing the sort of snowmans over the top or Ronnies if I think the situation suits it, if you like. But we're 2 fish to the good here, which I'm really buzzing about. We've got the rest of the day as well. Like I say, it is getting, that sun is getting high now, so I just think I might have missed bite time possibly. There might be a chance, but I think, you know, the next sort of hour or so is key to me getting something if we do. Like I say, I did have that bit of commotion over the left hand rod, which was the PVA bag, so hopefully that, you know, sort of turns into fruition and that comes alive before this midday sun gets up, and I think the fish will then return to basking in the sun over in the middle of the pond. But we'll see how the rest of the day plays out. We've got about 6 hours left, so it is open for one more. Not disturb these other 2 rods because they've just gone back out sweet as a nut, but he's going right underneath them. Right, we're gonna have to go under. Let's see if I can navigate him away and get him over to this side. Back this way, sunshine. Looks a nice one. That looks a nice one. That looks a nice one. Come on, mate. Come on, you are mine. Get in that net, yes! Oh, Christ, I nearly went in then. Mega, oh yes! That's a good one, that's a decent fish that, you know. That does look a decent fish. Oh my days. Oh, I've just weighed what a fish. 34 pound on the button. Unbelievable scales, beautiful colours, just a truly magnificent Boathouse mirror. I'm so happy. I am so happy when it all comes good. Do you know what I mean? When you roll the dice and it all works out, it's such a great feeling, and this is why we go, to have this feeling and to catch beautiful fish like this. So she's just having a rest in the sling. I'm going to get the mat and everything sorted now, and then we'll hoist her up for you and show you this incredible, beautiful Boathouse mirror. Well guys, here we are, and without doubt one of the loveliest fish I've ever caught. Scales are just unbelievable, beautiful colours. Hopefully he behaves for me because he's been in the sling for 15 minutes, but oh, have a look at that for an amazing mirror. Wow, bowled over 34 pound of brute Shropshire mirror. Amazing. Absolutely amazing when it all comes good, eh? When it all comes good. And leaving that PVA bag alone, that same mix over the top of it, and it's come good, sort of, well, getting towards sort of midday really, so I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. I've got a few hours left as well. I'm going to see sort of the rest of the day out, but for now I'm just enjoying looking and cradling this amazing looking mirror. Wow, insane. Just quickly showing you the other side. It's just as immense this side as well. Wow, blown away. I really am. One of the nicest fish I've ever caught, and yeah, I'm a bit lost for words if I'm honest. What a fish. Right, we're going to get him back. The rod's back out, so we'll see how the rest of this afternoon plays on, or plays out should we say. But for now I'm just sat here lost for words and elated. That's all I am. Mwah, thank you so much. Wow. Well, I thought it'd be rude not to have one last look at this incredible mirror before she goes back. That is insane, isn't it? Oh, just caught a tail there on the sling, but there we go. What a fish. What a fish. Remove that sling out of the way. That's insane. One of the nicest fish I've ever caught, and I'm so delighted I've done it. Mwah, thank you very much. Okay, back you go, buddy. Back you go. Yes, get in there. And that is the last bit on the barrow. Guys, that's us. We're done and dusted. We are ready for home. The carp are enjoying themselves out in the middle of the pond, and that brings to an end our session here at the Boathouse. I have had a wicked time. I hope you enjoyed watching the film. If you've enjoyed watching myself and the hound, please give us a like and a subscribe. And I'm off home, plan the next trip, so no doubt we will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.